Where's your dog at?
I don't have a pet. I've always had children, so.
You never had a dog?
Very briefly, my ex-husband tried to attempt that, and it didn't last long.
Oh, for real? I don't know. There's a rumor you had a snake or something. I don't know, like a big white snake or something.
No.
Okay, all right. Well, we got that rumor out the way. That's the first rumor out of here. When did this come about? Was it during the tour? The Bad Boy tour that you?
What's that? The album?
Putting the album together.
Oh no.
It's a long process.
I actually told Miss Wallace back when Natalie Cole put out that Unforgettable project, that one day it would be dope to do something like that with Big. But it was really just a thought. I didn't like move on it or even think about it again until a couple of years ago. My attorney actually kind of jogged my memory, like, yo, we should go meet with the people who got the masters and, see if we can make it happen.
You had to go through Puff also?
Well, no, he had actually, someone else acquired the masters from him.
Oh, wow.
So... No, I didn't do the deal with him.
Lil' Kim had called me, during the tour, and then one of her ill moments was both of you guys on stage. Like, how was that? Like, especially like, I had you up here before where you had issues with her. I had her when y'all had issues, but now the issues is over.
Well,
how's that feel?
To answer your first question, it was great to be on the stage with her, with the whole family, because I've never done that.
That's crazy.
Never went on the tour when they did the whole everybody in the family going on the road. But aside from that, my issues with Kim really went out the window when Big passed, to be quite honest.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's something that people always kind of talk about, but it's certainly non-existent. But thankfully she's now in a different place where she can really kind of receive how I, was already feeling.
Being comfortable.
It's all good. It's all good. She's in a different place. She's a mom. We're grown, and actually, she's on the King and I.
I saw her on the list.
That's a blessing that I was able to finally work with her, because it's something I've wanted to do for a while, and I know our fans been waiting for it, and I never knew it would be on an album with me and Big. How ironic.
Yeah, you ever had like how the disc records now with Remy and Nicki? You never had nothing with her? Like it never came out yet.
I don't make this record.
Beyonce does slick songs where she goes at people. Yeah, like Rihanna.
I ain't never catch it. See, you telling me something now. I never caught the shade.
Wow.
I don't, but I don't be looking for that. I be so like really? Oh, okay, school me. It's all peace and love.
I love you. I love faith.
And green grass everywhere.
Biggie's I think demo record, Love No Ho. He ever spoke to you about that song? Obviously it was before your time, but his heart was broken. He never talked about that song?
No.
Y'all never talk about records, like hidden meanings behind a lot of songs? Or
no, a lot of it, we weren't really I was always kind of doing my own thing, writing as a writer before I was recording my album. So and a lot of his first album was recorded before we met, actually.
Okay.
So I really only ended up on that remix because I was in the studio doing my session, and Puff was like, hey, I think I want you to put a hook on this remix, So we didn't really work together in the studio, and I kind of let him, his thing be his thing. He did, and I always did my thing. We didn't really talk about.
Yeah, I never talk about all them crazy songs he had, and the beef. Like I guess he talked about like reality songs with like street life and always being worried, or just the things that come with being successful.
Probably one of the few discussions, and we had definitely talked about these things, because I used to clown him a lot, because he used to clown me because just because you went to college on an academic scholarship, you was gifted in talent, and I'm like, yeah, right, with them words you be using, you know what I mean? Like, don't act like you and come to find out how great a student he was, and his mom was a teacher. Like, stop fronting, So we clowned each other on stuff like that. Like, I'll be pointing out words he used, or certain little ways wordplay, that he had. Like, you could tell you're not dumb. Get out of here. Stop trying to act like But other than that, no, we didn't really. I ain't really asking what's that about, or Really
isn't it amazing? Like, usually there's a copycat or a new kid that kind of like is influenced by the forefathers, but they, and then they kind of like grasp the cadence and the style. But there hasn't been a Biggie since. Isn't that crazy? Like the clarity, the punctualness. I don't think there
possibly could be.
That's
unless
crazy.
I'm not going to say that. I could never say that, because actually, I mean, I know I grew up mimicking the Clark sisters, and I'm
Okay.
nowhere near them or on the level of them vocally. But what I'm saying is, I know that sometimes I'm like, "Ooh, I did it just like her." You know what I mean? In my own mind, oh, I got it.
You're going crazy. Yeah,
I got that run. But you know, there could possibly be someone that is, you know, somewhere we may not know about them yet. You sitting in their house and done mimic Big so great and added their own twist to it. You know, there's a lot of talent in the world, always gonna be. But I mean, I haven't heard that yet. You're absolutely right about that. No, before Big and I met, I actually was working with Puff on Usher's first album, on Mary's My Life album.
Oh wow.
I wrote and sang a lot of stuff, a lot of the background parts on those projects. So that's, I guess, you know, during the time he was doing his first album. And then after that, I started working on my own album, which is, you know, we met shortly after I did my deal for my own album. So
Yeah,
I was
'cause
already doing my thing in a whole nother session with Puff.
I was watching the Notorious movie and then Biggie's in your session, like chilling. I guess they added that.
I think that in that scene, it was me being in his session.
Oh, okay.
I think.
And then Lil' Kim was like jealous or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think that's what you're talking about.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I did stop by a couple of Junior Mafia sessions. I'm actually on one of their songs.
Oh, God, okay.
But I mean, I was never in a big session for his stuff.
Man, cool. And we have a lot of women out there. Is there a nice, sexy song that you got on there? What's the title of that? That's gonna.
Now, when
make
you
'em
say
go-
sexy, do you mean
You know,
like
Biggie
have
was-
sex too?
I mean, yeah,
Or
shit. You got me fucking horny right now. You better stop that shit.
I'm 43.
I'm 46, so whatever.
I mean,